Okay, sit yourself onto your left and then come into a good cross-leg position. Just find your levelness. Just have a little wriggle about in the hips and just find levelness at the hips, and then bring your hands onto your knees and then elevate the heart area up to the ceiling, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Just spend a few moments just listening to the breath, focusing on long, slow, deep, deliberate inhalations and exhalations. Just look down at the floor, look at something that doesn't move. Focus on the sensations of the breath. How, when you inhale, your chest rises upwards and outwards, and how, when you exhale, rib cage relaxes. Breathe in through the nose if you can, and out through the nose. Listening to the breath. Just release your hands, bring your hands into Namaste. Push the palms firmly together, lengthen from the armpits into the elbows. And with an exhalation, allow your eyes to gently close. Just spend some time observing the breath, observing the physiological response to the in-breath and to the out-breath. Allowing yourself to follow the pace of the breath. Acknowledging that as you inhale, you are bringing in the energy of the universe into the body, into the lungs, and the lungs absorb the oxygen within the breath. So when the body or the mind is feeling a little tired, just spending some time with the breath is a really effective way of just aligning your energy, of gleaning energy from the breath. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Lift your chest up to meet your chin. Continue to optimize the in-breath. Spend a moment to seek to generate a genuine, heartfelt sense of gratitude for something or someone or somewhere. Hold on to that feeling of abundance in the heart area. And release the backs of your hands down towards your knees. Bring the backs of the hands down onto the knees, the palms facing upwards. Bring the tip of the index finger together with the tip of the thumb. Just a gesture in the hands of peacefulness and physical intelligence and wisdom that we can carry into our practice. And then when you're ready, raise your head and allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Hold on to your knees. Elevate the heart area upwards, driving the chest up to the ceiling, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears so that you lengthen your neck. Take a deep inhalation and then turn to the right side, drawing your abdomen across and your ribs and your shoulders. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then come back to the center. Hold on to your knees. Lift up into the chest. Take a deep inhalation and use the exhalation to power the turn. And use subsequent exhalations to intensify the turn. Just observing your body's response to the pose, observing where there is inevitable resistance, but also acknowledging where there is also freedom. So for me, I feel resistance in the spine a little, just because it's first thing in the morning and it doesn't necessarily want to move, but then there's no resistance in the legs. So if you balance your focus between the two, the area of resistance and the area of non-resistance, then it changes the perception of the initial resistance. Come back to the center. Just hold onto your knees. Lift up into the chest. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. We're just going to do 4 Brahmaris to get us started. So just take some normal inhalations, normal exhalations. So Brahmari, as you know, is just a normal inhalation and an exhaled exhalation until the lungs are empty. And then a normal inhalation. And then a hummed exhalation on a low note until the lungs are empty. Let's take a normal out breath, a normal in breath, and then we'll begin 4 Brahmaris. then bring the breath back to a normal rhythm. Just hold on to the resonance in the chest and in the throat and in the sinuses. And then come off your lift. Just move the left out of the way. You can sit back on your heels for a moment. Have the big toes together, your knees apart. Just wriggle into your heels. Press the shins consciously into the floor so that the thighs feel like they activate, and then the spine activates, extending the spine upwards, and then maintaining that connection between the seat bones and the heels if you possibly can. Come forward, hinging at the hips, and then bring the forehead down. Keep turning the tailbone in towards the heels, lengthening from the hips into the armpits, into the elbows, the wrists, the palms, the fingers, the fingertips, the fingernails. Finding that space of effortless effort. So you're never overworking, you're never underworking, you're finding that level of effort that feels to a degree effortless, but it's not doing nothing. Come up onto your knees, turn your toes under, and then come up into dog down. Activate the legs, feel where the body responds, where the body resists. Be inside the pose, listening to the breath, listening to the body's physical response, and aim for internal balance of action, but action at 90%, 95%, not 100. Find that level of effort that feels effortless. Listen to the breath. Listen to the body's activation, observing if it is activating everywhere or just in the legs or just in the arms. Observe your level of action and find balance within. Step the feet forwards, come up into a standing position, and then use blocks for your hands if you have a problem with your back. You come into half uttanasana. You've got a bad back, so blocks under your hands like this, and then you come forward like this. Otherwise we're going to do full uttanasana, but we're going to do it with the hands on the hips. But just place the feet so that they are level with each other and that the outside edge of the feet are in line with the edge of the mat, so that you can feel the edge of the mat with the outer edge of the heel. You can feel the edge of the mat with the little toe. Tighten the kneecaps, lift up into the heart area, really elevating the chest upwards, and then wing your elbows towards each other. Keep the head lifted as you hinge at the hips, keep the kneecaps tightened. As you hinge at the hips, come halfway. If you're doing half uttanasana, just reach down to the blocks and stay extending into the spine, extending into the legs. If you can go further, then keep going down, bringing the chest down to the floor, keeping the head lifted. So that's really important. As soon as you drop your head, you will lose the extension of the spine. Let's keep the head lifted even when the head is driving down towards the floor. And then release your hands, let your hands hang down, hook your thumbs into the crease of the elbows, wrap your fingers around your elbows and then hang down, but keep those legs working determinedly. Kneecaps are tightened, fronts of the knees, refresh the action of the knees, press the fronts of the knees through to the backs of the knees, turn the fronts of the thighs inwards. Breathe even, deep inhalation and exhalation. Just release your hands down to the floor. Just project the chin and the chest forwards, extending into the chin and the chest. Bring your hands into your hips and then come up into the standing position. And then just move the equipment out of the way if it's there, and then come up into tadasana. Breathe even, deep inhalations, observing the breath. Stretch your arms out in front, interlock the fingers right into the webbing of the hands, turn the palms all the way out, and then raise your arms over your head. Squeezing the outer elbows in, feeling like you're hanging from a hook. So that you're almost hanging from the hands and lengthening down into the knees, into the toes, into the feet. Swap the interlock, bring your arms down, swap the interlock of your fingers, and then turn the palms all the way out. Again, feel like you're hanging from a hook on the ceiling, lengthening from the hands down into the feet. Lifting from the feet up into the hands. Keeping the shoulders down away from your ears. And then release your hands, come back into tadasana. Turn the palms all the way out. broaden the collarbone. Just feel how the collarbone opens. Turn the crease of the elbows to face the sides of the room. Turn the palms to face the sides of the room. Breathe deeply into the bottom of the lungs, filling them to the top. Vice versa with the out breath. Observe the energy that comes from the in breath. And then relax. Get a belt and just have the belt over your right shoulder for a moment for gomukhsasana. And then lift up into the chest. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Just being conscious of your tadasana legs. Your tadasana hips and the torso. Bring your arms forwards, bring your left hand forwards, spread the fingers, turn the palm. As you turn the palm, consciously rotate the upper arm in the socket. That's the real key to this pose. Keep rotating that upper arm in the socket as you reach behind you. And then at the last minute, bend the elbow, assist that hand up the back. Bring the hand up towards the neck. And then reach up. Keep bending. So as you bend the elbow, keep that elbow high on the right hand, and then see if you can take hold of the hands. If you can't, then just get hold of the belt. So take hold of the hands or of the belt. Keep creeping the hands ever closer together. And then go back to your tadasana legs. So what do I mean by tadasana legs? So have the inner edge of the feet together, spread in the toes. Hit the shins back so that your weight is in your heels. Turn the fronts of the shins inwards, tighten the kneecaps. Turn the fronts of the thighs inwards. Tuck the tailbone in without disturbing the legs. Draw the belly button to the spine. Draw the lower ribs towards the spine. And then pull the top elbow to the ceiling, the bottom elbow to the floor. Keep the head level. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Creeping the hands ever closer together. And then release your arms. Release the top arm. Release the bottom arm. Just let the arms extend down to the floor without disturbing your tadasana legs too much. Swap the belt over to the other shoulder. Just come back into tadasana and then stretch the right arm out in front. Turn the palm all the way out, again rotating that upper arm in the socket. Rotating the arm in the socket, and then again assist that hand up the back. So on this side for me, this is definitely my stiffer side. I've had a shoulder injury. Reach up, reach out of the last pose, it will feel really nice. Reach out of the former pose and then bend the elbow. And then on this side, I need to use the belt to start off with, but then after a little while, I can usually go back to the hands. So as soon as you've got hold of the belt or the hands, then go back to tadasana legs. Just reset your tadasana. Your tadasana legs with their hips, tadasana torso. Breathe deeply from the bottom of the lungs to the top. Keep creeping the hands ever closer together. Pulling the elbows away from each other. The top elbow to the ceiling, the bottom elbow to the floor. Breathe in even deep inhalations and exhalations. And then release the top arm, reach up, release the bottom arm, and then stretch down into the palms. Turn the palms all the way out. Rotate the upper arms in the sockets as you do so. And lift up into the chest. Just observing the inhalation, observing the exhalation. And then release. Take the belt out of the way. And then just feel the openness of the chest. Again, rotate the hands and the upper arms in the sockets so that you really broaden the chest. Listen to the breath. Stretch your arms forwards, turn the palms all the way out, and then again rotate the upper arms in the sockets, even if it makes you drop your chest a little. Rotate the upper arms in the sockets, bring the tips of the fingers together and bring the hands up into namaskarasana. So at first they might just look a bit like this, but then consciously draw the elbows towards the back of the room. Consciously lengthen the shoulders into the elbows and then squeeze the elbows in towards each other so that the palms come together. Namaskarasana. Breathe into the inhalation and the exhalation. Winging the elbows back, lifting up into the chest, feeling the openness of the chest. Go back to your tadasana legs. Ensure that the legs are consciously activated. Try not to overbend in the lumbar in this pose. Draw the belly button towards the spine. Draw the lower ribs towards the spine. And then gently release your arms and then come back into tadasana. Turn the palms all the way out, rotating the upper arms in the sockets. So for the next pose, we're going to do parsvottanasana with the hands in namaskarasana. So you might want some blocks where you can reach them, but you might want to let go of your hands. So you might want somewhere to reach towards. So just have the blocks on the right side of the mat. And then just come back into tadasana. Come back into tadasana. And then stretch your arms out in front. And again, rotate the upper arms in the sockets, even if that means losing the lift of the chest momentarily. Bring the tips of the fingers together and then just walk your hands up the back. Second time, maybe that will feel a little lighter, a little easier. Bring the elbows back, lengthen from your shoulders into your elbows, and then squeeze the elbows in towards each other. And go back to the tadasana legs. Observe if you have lost them. Step the feet or jump the feet apart nice and wide, and then turn the right toes in steeply, the left leg and foot all the way out. Turn that left heel all the way out. And then feel that you've got level hips. So rotate that back leg in tadasana, turn the front of the thigh inwards, so the backs of the thighs turn outwards. Activate both legs evenly. Lift up into the chest and then come forwards. If at any stage you feel like you lose your balance, then just let go of the hands, bring them onto the blocks or onto the floor. Keep the head lifted as you come down. Drawing the chest down towards the leg. Releasing your arms. And then just stretch the chest forwards. Bend that front leg and then step forwards. Come up into a standing position and then put the blocks over to the other side. So come back into tadasana. So tadasana legs. So it's this turning action of the legs that really defines tadasana legs, the turning inwards of the legs. And we try and bring that to the legs in parsvottanasana, because that will help us to bring the hips level. So we turn the fronts of the thighs inwards so that the backs of the thighs feel like they broaden outwards. Lift up into the chest, elevate the heart area, come forwards with the hands, and then bring the hands back up into namaskarasana. So the third time, maybe feels like the hands kind of just shoot up the back. Bring the elbows back, lengthen the shoulders into the elbows, squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Come back into tadasana. Come back into your conscious shavasana, not shavasana, I'm talking about tadasana. Step or jump the feet apart, nice and wide. If you don't go wide enough, it becomes much more difficult. Turn the right toes in steeply. Rotate the left foot all the way out, and then turn the right foot out all the more. Bring your legs back into tadasana action. Feel that the hips are level. Keep the head lifted as you come down. Keep that back leg firm. Keep the front leg firm. Come all the way down. Lengthening into the chest. And then release your hands, just stretch the chest away. And then bend that front leg, come back up into, bring the back leg forwards and then come back up into tadasana. Just observe tadasana, observe the energy in the chest. Breathe in through the nose And out through the nose, listening to the breath. Bring a block onto the back edge of the mat where you can reach it on either side, on the left side, on the right side, but make sure you're not going to jump on it. Lift up into the chest. Bring your arms out nice and wide, extending out from the heart area. Lengthening from the heart area into the shoulders, into the elbows, the wrists, the palms, so that the arms feel lighter. If you've got that sense of direction, then the arms will become lighter. Bend your arms, bring the arms in towards the chest, and then jump or step the feet nice and wide, slightly wider than trikonasana. Turn your left toes in slightly, the right leg and foot all the way out. So in these forward facing standing poses, we turn the legs, we turn them in the opposite direction. So we turn the legs out, lift up into the chest, bend the front knee, keep that back leg really firm. Find a right angle with that front leg, just through virasana 2, and then reach down, find the outside of the foot, or if you can't reach, use the block. Just bring the top hand onto the hip and turn the chest, broaden the abdomen, and then reach up and over. I run out of ceiling height a little here. Keep that knee bent, push the knee into the arm into the knee, turn the chest up to face the ceiling. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Keeping the breath deep and soft. Come back to the center. Bring the feet back to the front. Stretch out into the arms. Turn the right toes in, the left leg and foot all the way out. Again, turning the legs outwards rather than inwards. Bend the front knee. Find a right angle. Keep that back leg straight. Tighten at the kneecap. Reach down with the top hand. Bring the hand, with the bottom hand, bring the top hand onto the hip for a moment, and then just turn the abdomen up to face the ceiling, keeping that back leg straight. And then reach up and over, looking underneath the armpit. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Soft breaths. And then come back to the center, straighten the front leg. And then step or jump the feet back together. And then come back into tadasana. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, filling the lungs with the energy of the breath. And then come down onto your knees, have your hands shoulder width apart. Step back, have the feet hip width apart. And then come back up into Adho svanasana. And then come down onto your knees. Just sit back on your heels and observe the energy you have released through your practice so far. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. And then come down onto your front for bhujangasana. So in bhujangasana, just start off with your elbows underneath your shoulders, your palms on the floor, just in this little crocodile pose. So in bhujangasana, sometimes it's known as the cobra. So that's what most people know it by. In bhujangasana, you have to keep the pelvis down on the floor. So push the pelvis into the ground. Tuck the tailbone in as you do so. And then really activate the legs. Lengthen into the toes. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Tighten the kneecaps. But feel the pelvis in the floor. Keep the tailbone turning in, down towards the floor. Activate the legs in tadasana, turning the fronts of the thighs inwards so that the backs of the thighs broaden outwards, which should stop you clenching the buttocks too much. Keep driving the tailbone in, keep the pelvis down on the floor. Bring your hands in line with your shoulders, underneath your shoulders. Keep the elbows into the sides of the body, keep the pelvis down, keep the tailbone turning in. And then lift the chest, keep the legs activated, kneecaps tightened. Lift from the pelvis up into the abdomen, into the diaphragm, into the collarbone, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Lift in the chin if you can. And then gently come down. Just rest your head on one side. Rest your arms at the sides of the body and just let the body relax into the floor. So I always find that a good side effect of back bending poses is that you relax really amazingly afterwards. The body very willingly gives in to the relaxation. And then just come back into the crocodile. Bring your elbows under the shoulders. And then reset the legs. Extend into the toes. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Turn the fronts of the thighs inwards so that the backs of the thighs feel like they're turning outwards. Tighten the kneecaps. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Just really make good contact with the pelvis on the ground. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and then push yourself up. Feeling that stretch of the abdomen. The shoulders away from the ears, lift up into the chest. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then gently come down. Rest your head on the other side this time. Rest the arms at the sides of the body. Let the body completely flop into the floor. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. push yourself up into a seated position. Just sit back on your heels and then stretch forwards into Adho Virasana. Drawing the tailbone down towards the heels. And then bring the hands underneath your shoulders, lift yourself up into seated position. Just come into cross legs. You can sit directly on the floor, or if you lose lift in the spine from sitting on the floor, then sit on a lift, sit on a folded blanket or on some blocks. Lift up into the chest, elevating the heart area upwards, drawing your shoulders down. Take a deep inhalation and turn to the right side, drawing your abdomen across. And your ribs and your shoulders. And then come back to the center. Hold onto your knees, elevate the heart area up like the lungs are full of helium, lengthening you up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhalation and then turn to the left. And then come back to the center. And then when you're ready, just come down onto the floor. Come down into supta, konasana for a moment or two. Just pulling the feet towards you, let the knees fall apart. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Just allowing the front of the pelvis to really open up. Use blocks underneath the outsides of the thighs if you're feeling discomfort. Otherwise, just let gravity open up the front of the hips. Just stretch your arms up, interlock the fingers, turn the palms and stretch your arms along the floor. Use lift underneath your shoulders if there's stiffness in your shoulders. Just lengthening yourself out along the floor. Just raise your arms, swap the interlock of the fingers, turn the palms all the way out, and then again extend your arms along the floor. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. And then release your arms. Just rest your hands on your lower ribs. Bring the knees in towards each other. Just pull your knees in towards your chest. Just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom. And then get a folded blanket, bring it underneath your head, supporting the back of your neck. Stretch yourself out along the mat. Just come up onto your elbows. Make sure you're in a good straight line along the centre of the mat, adjusting if you're not. And then just move any equipment that's in the way. And then just allow the body to completely release into the floor. Focusing on long, slow, deep, deliberate breaths, letting the body completely relax, letting the body become heavy. Because out of that perceivable heaviness comes a feeling of energetic lightness. It radiates from the bones into the muscles, into the organs. Into the organs and the flesh and the skin. Use your in-breath and your out-breath to distribute that feeling of energetic lightness evenly throughout the physical body, down into the legs, into the toes, into the torso, into the shoulders, into the arms, into the hands, into the fingertips, and up into the top of the head. Just basking in that feeling of energetic lightness. And then when you're ready, wriggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, just bend your knees, bring yourself back into this pose of shavasana. Have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom, just a gentle massage on the spine. And then gently roll over onto your right side, stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out your top leg, come back up into a seated position, just a final cross legs with your hands in the masti, just a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose and down into the abdomen. Be conscious of the energy that you have released through your practice this morning, that good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy that the extensions and the forward bends and the twists bring to the body and to the mind. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Just spend a moment to acknowledge the positive energy you've created inside. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then release the backs of your hands down towards your knees, palms facing upwards. Bring the tip of the index finger together with the tip of the thumb. Just a gesture of wisdom, of physical intelligence and peacefulness that we can carry into our day. And then raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and your focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. So hopefully you feel as though you've woken the body up, woken the mind up, and given yourself some good positive energy to